So we just talked about the people that we think are going to be released in 2015 and the future endeavors forecast, but on a more optimistic side of things, the one to watch for 2015, who do we think will end up having a breakout year and really stand out above the rest? And that doesn't necessarily mean that they've won the most amount of titles or that they have been in the most main events or anything like that. It's somebody who either comes down from the bottom, makes their way all the way to the top, or somebody who is consistently the best, or just, a person that you shouldn't count out for 2015 and will end up being a huge focal point, those kind of parameters. I've got a couple other names out there that I had written about on smarkoutmoment.com that if you want to read my opinions about people like Rusev and Ziggler, go ahead and read them. I'm not going to waste time by, going through all that kind of stuff. But I will mention just my number one to watch, and that is Seth Rollins. It's a pretty obvious, easy answer to call, sure, but I still think that Rollins is in a really good position right now. I didn't think that he was going to be as important in 2014, and he proved me wrong. Rollins is the top heel in the company right now. And he is not only going into the Royal Rumble with the title shot, but he's got the Money in the Bank contract. So if he doesn't win the title there's a good chance that he could win the Royal Rumble. There's a chance that he could cash in at WrestleMania. There's a chance he could cash in right after WrestleMania at Extreme Rules. There are a lot of different ways where this year can revolve around Seth Rollins. And now that the Authority is back and he is their go-to guy, all the more reason for him to be at the top. There's going to be a lot of baby faces this year that get a lot of recognition, but I got a feeling at least with one of them, and I'm going to throw that out there as Dean Ambrose, they're going to make the mistake of turning him heel because they're going to run out of other heels, and that's going to kill them. Rollins, though, there's no chance I'm thinking that he's going to backtrack and become a babyface, and I think that they're just going to strengthen him as a heel month after month after month. With Lesnar gone, it's going to be even more of the Seth Rollins show. And there are a lot of different people that he could feud with. Roman Reigns, Dolph Ziggler, Ambrose still again. He could have great matches with Daniel Bryan. And then there's, other people that might be boosting themselves up too. I mean, hell, we never got the Randy Orton feud between the two of them. So that's another 2 months or so that we can get out of that. This is going to be a Seth Rollins year in my mind. So he is definitely my one to watch. And, I think last year I had gone with Daniel Bryan, which that ended up working out pretty well. But the year before that was Sheamus, and that was terrible. What? Or no, last year was Sheamus. The year before that was Daniel Bryan. That's what it was. And last year I thought Sheamus would turn heel and that they would give him a huge push.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to pull the Triple H thing out there, but they proved me wrong. They didn't fall into the same traps that they have done in the past. So I'm 1-1. So we'll see what happens with Seth Rollins this year. But I'm pretty confident that's going to be another one in the win column for me. Sean, you went with Corey Graves last year.
Yeah, we'll forget about that. We'll forget about that. Thank you very much.
Who are you going with for this year, though?
Well, I went with another NXT guy. So I apologize now for your future career, sir. I have gone with Baron Corbin. I was impressed with his return at NXT Fatal 4-Way when they repackaged him. And he's been impressing me ever since, winning all his matches relatively quick. I can't wait for the Bull Dempsey match and where he's going to win. And he's going to go to Raw to beat Rusev for the United States Championship.
Bold prediction.
Wait. Someone's actually enjoying the concept of Bull Dempsey versus Baron Corbin. That's going to fucking suck.
It's going to be awesome.
I don't
it's
know.
Like the immovable object meets the irresistible force, dude.
I don't know.
It's going to be like the greasy turd meets the taller, greasier turd.
It's a guy that probably won't be able to use his finishing move against a guy who's fat.
Fat.
That's pretty accurate, actually.
For what it's worth, I'm interested in seeing the match, but I don't like Bull Dempsey, so it kind of kills it.
I don't like them both.
But if I have to pick the main roster, it's obviously I'm gonna have to go with my guy, and that's Seth Rollins, obviously.
He's not really your guy anymore, so it's kind of my guy
That's
now.
debatable.
He's kind of my guy now, Sean. So
I've been singing his praises ever since he's come onto the fucking roster. So
yeah,
that's my job.
I did too, though. So
I've got a feeling that next fantasy league, Drew's just gonna pick Seth Rollins to
no,
split Sean.
I'm just starting to screw everyone else at this point. That's what I'm gonna do.
So your predictions: Seth Rollins on the main roster, Baron Corbin on the developmental, and that Sheamus is going to die from toaster.
From toaster in the bath, yeah.
Watch out for that one, Sheamus. All right, who wants to go next on their one to watch for 2015?
Okay, I'll go, I guess, since everyone's so fucking eager. Finn Balor. I think he is going to have a big year this year. And that might just be winning the NXT title, or it might be going up a brand and making a big splash. This guy has a unique look when he's doing the whole body paint and stuff. And outside of that, he's not a bad-looking guy in general. His in-ring work's solid in both WWE and New Japan. We haven't
You weren't
seen the
kidding when you said you had a crush on him.
He's as far as his wrestling work in the WWE goes, I think he's going to be a lot better off when he's not working with shithouses like the Ascension. And his promo skills, they're okay. His accent isn't like a really bad deterrent or anything, so he's going to be fine. And generally, he's doing something which no other guy in the entire roster in the WWE is doing. Setting himself apart. Separating from the pack. He's different, and I like that.
Drew or Peyton, who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I had a lot of issues debating between whether I should pick someone from NXT or the main roster, so I'm going to pick two. Except my NXT star that I picked.
The two to watch.
The two. Well, no. The reason why I want to pick this one is because it's kind of. I really want to, and I have a lot of confidence in him, and I don't know if anyone else has done this before, but I'm going to pick a diva, and I'm going to pick Charlotte as one of the people to watch for it this year. Mainly because she's fucking awesome. I remember when she first came in, everyone was like, oh, she's going to get that Ric Flair rub. Everyone, she's going to get what she wants. She's fucking amazing in the ring, and she's putting classic matches on that compare to men. She's someone that I really think of to flower and become a main person on the main roster. And I think her and Paige could put on fantastic feuds. So they're going to need to, because outside of Total Divas, they don't really have anyone else on that main roster. So
here's the thing that's different between Charlotte and her father. Charlotte's entertaining.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Ric Flair's voice is pretty fucking entertaining, so I don't know about that one.
Seriously, I've enjoyed every one of Charlotte's matches more than I ever have Ric Flair's.
No, I kind of agree with you on that. I think that Flair's overrated in a lot of ways. Not that he's bad or anything, but people make him out as the best ever.
Every match he's had at Starrcade that everyone touts, they fucking suck.
Did you go closer to your microphone to say that right then?
No, I just made it louder just so everyone knew how much I fucking hate Flair.
I thought you leaned in.
When I started watching wrestling, I got washed up 50-year-old still cuts himself Ric Flair. So they weren't the best matches, but I could respect a Ric Flair match. But
no, it was about the same back in the 80s too.
Oh, okay, good. Well, anyways, it's just a little bit more flap there than what it used to be. But yeah, Charlotte is definitely someone that I'm looking forward to watch too this year. Mainly because she's so fucking awesome. Now, on the main roster, I was really tempted to just say Charlotte because you said Seth Rollins already, but I'm going to say Seth Rollins as well. And a lot of it for the same reasons. He's the top heel in the company. He's someone that no one expected out of all the members of the Shield to be in a position he's in right now. And he's the most successful one out of all of them. He holds the Money in the Bank briefcase. He's in a very great position to win that title at some point this year. And, he's going to be in the main event a lot this year. He's going to be in those big storylines, especially now with the Authority back. He puts on great matches, and that's how he is a great person that, he's able to put on great matches, but you could be a heel and still put on great matches at the same time. Every Seth Rollins...
put on great matches?
I don't know. Heels have that tendency to do the thing. Even if you're a good wrestler, heels have that tendency to slow the match down, be methodical, just beat them down type of thing. Seth Rollins keeps it interesting no matter who he's with. And you mentioned that they could turn Dean Ambrose heel at some point, because, they have nothing else to do for him. I'm kind of lost on Dean Ambrose. I don't know what they could really do with him. He's lost every big match he's had since the Shield disbanded, and I think that's gonna hurt him in the long run. Usually they do something like this if you held, I don't know, a Money
You
in
know
the
what's
Bank
hurt?
briefcase.
Do you know what's hurting Dean Ambrose? Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt is a cancer when you fucking have a feud with him.
Yeah, I mean that hurts him too, but at the same time, I think Dean Ambrose, if he doesn't get himself out of this rut and win something, not this year, but next year, he could be someone that could fall out of the company and be on a future endeavors list next year. But yeah, that's nothing about that. Seth Rollins is my one to watch this year. He's gonna put on the most entertaining matches. He's gonna be in the most entertaining feuds, and I think he's improved the most out of everyone this year. He's proven a lot, and he's a great guy. And his line is like, you should have known me better. I'm gonna kill him anyway. Fucking gold. Perfect.
All right, Peyton, round us out.
Well, if we're going to do one from each, my pick from developmental would definitely be Sami Zayn. The guy is starting the year off as the world champion down there. He's going to have a good long reign for himself. He probably will be up in the main roster before the year, and when he does, I would expect him to make a big splash and gain a lot of popularity very quickly. As far as people on the main roster, I'm pretty sure this is the same guy I picked last year. I'm going to pick him again, Roman Reigns. Don't lose hope in this guy. This guy's still got a lot of fire. He's still the guy of the future. Momentum stalled a little bit. In the long run, it may be for the better. Time will tell, but that's still the guy I'd go with.
I gotta say, if I were to do one from NXT, I like Drew's suggestion of Charlotte more than Sami
or
Zayn.
Sasha Bank or something like that.
I think
Sasha
Charlotte's got the.
I
got
do
the
Sasha Banks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Charlotte definitely is a better one,
Yeah,
but Sasha Banks is definitely someone you watch this year.
Here's the thing: there's no money in women's wrestling. Facts is facts.
Doesn't mean they can't have a big year.
Mm-hmm.
I know Sasha Banks' money probably looks better than what I got.
There's some kind of Banks money joke here. Just gonna throw that out there.
I don't know. You could
Don't want to put in the effort.
You could take that to the banks.
There you go. That'll do.
I'll take it to the bank.
That'll do, Tow Truck Pig.
Fuck
So-
you, Jesus. God.
One to watch in future endeavors forecast. It'll be interesting to see next year what when we go back and we look at what everybody
God.
suggested for this year. Tell us who you guys think are going to be the good end and the bad end in the comments below. We've got one more thing that we need to do on this episode, and that's to break down all the things going on in the fantasy league. Some big things happening there. So stay tuned. Click on that next video, everybody. We will see you in part 6.